It's Easter Sunday, April 24. It's a gorgeous day and a good day for showing what's in the garden in April. Lots of new leaves on things like these crepe myrtles. I planted 3 of them last fall, so I'll be anxious to see how they grow. I'm standing right next to the potato bin. The leaves are purple, just like the roots are supposed to be. Once the stems get a little longer, I'll bury them deeper. They'll grow new roots and more potatoes. Other things are sprouting too. Got a globe thistle growing there, some Russian sage. All those strappy leaves there are blooming onions, the alliums. That's a motorcycle. Arbor vitae has cool little seeds growing there. The hostas don't look so much like fingers anymore because the leaves are unruffling. They're huge. That variety is called Summon Substance. I got it because it was big. That was the point. I have sea hollies growing here. Some pointy edge leaves next to some soft edge leaves, and I alternate back and forth, so we'll see what the flowers look like. I actually haven't seen them flower. Bulbs growing here. Tulips just finishing up. The pink ones are in worse shape than the yellows, but they looked pretty while they lasted. And the grape hyacinths, all the purple flowers there. The big leaves are rhubarb. I planted a bunch of those. I split my roots, actually, is what I did. So there's a whole bunch of them growing all around. Thought it would just be fun. Here's my biggest one out of all of them, right in front of the cedar tree, which is looking very healthy still. Oh, back in that bed is the Erimeris plants. You can see kind of the longer leaves here. There's one there too. Those will have tall, there's one too. They'll have tall flower spikes in June. I can't wait. The roots look like squids or starfish when I bury them, so I'm anxious for that. The peach tree, no more flowers, but lots of leaves, and I guess tiny peach is growing now. The ginkgo is leafed out. I love these leaves. And it's very tall. The rose bush is huge. The snow didn't smash it down this winter, so it's very tall. It's taller than I am. That is gorgeous when it blooms. Speaking of gorgeous when blooming, these fringe flowers are blooming. Bright pink. Looks good against that dark green hinoki in the background, doesn't it? Yes, yes it does. A dead robin down there. Something killed it. I don't know what. These are poppies. Bright orange flowers when they bloom. Won't be too long now. I did mulch this area so it looks a little better. Got some orchids, terrestrial orchids popping up here. There's a bud already on one. Dianthus, mini carnations right here. The eucomis is coming through the ground. Ignore the dandelion. But these dark purple leaves, they stay dark purple, which is what I love about them, and they're reproducing just like crazy, so I'm very excited about that. The apple trees are leafing out, and they have flowers too. Look at those. I'm going to have a lot of apples on this one. This one's blooming too. They even smell a little bit nice. This bed right here is just a mass of green, but it will be a mass of flowers later on. I tried basil from seed. This is a plant I bought, but I planted seeds too, and there's just a whole bunch of them here. So I'm very excited about that. And I have a basil hedge here. Oh, let me see if the bees are moving. They weren't earlier, but maybe I'll catch one. Maybe I'll get lucky. Here's the screen, and there's the holes. Bees, come on. Bees. There's one. Yay! There's another one. Yay! I'll, of course, update the status of that. Here's one of the places they're flying to and from. This holly bush smells wonderful. These tiny little green flowers. Look at all the bees. Whew, it's a little scary. But the fear, the danger is worth it for the wonderful smell. Gorgeous smell. Don't sting me. Ah! Ooh, look, my hibiscus has a flower. They don't look right unless the sun bakes them. Then they are orange and yellow at the same time. Lots of other things growing here. Most of this is summer phlox. I'm just letting it go crazy. Shades of Grandpa Hummel, whose front yard was all phlox. Another apple tree, but looking behind it, that's a viburnum. Smells so good. I don't remember the variety. Korean spice, maybe? Those flower clusters are all spent now, but when they were blooming, oof, you could smell it. I mean, ooh, it was good. The pond is looking pretty clean. I cleaned up some of the trash from the surface of the water. I still have to wade in there and pull out all those leaves, but the fish are happy for now, swimming around. It's warm. My ice plant is nice and thick. It's called an ice plant because it sparkles in the sun. The sun's not out right now, so there's no sparkling going on there. There's where I planted my garlic. Look, they're all sprouting. That's cool. We'll see how they do. Oh, I've got to show this. Bleeding heart plant. I love this. These flowers are so cool. They're dangly, dainty looking, but it's really a tough plant. It just keeps coming back year after year. I don't really do anything for it. The April rains water it well. The last of the hellebores here. Fresh leaves on my potted maple tree there. That's cool. A few more bulbs here. Tulips and grape hyacinths still. Oh, look at all the iris leaves coming up. I'm going to have lots of irises. I'm very excited about that. The shrubs along my porch look kind of weird right now. I must have planted two different kinds of junipers. Little tiny ones here and here, and then a giant one there. So I'm going to take them all out and leave just the barberry plants because the bank people planted barberries along their fence. So if I have just barberries like they have just barberries, it will look like a unified picture. Lovely. Well, I'll show this corner quickly. The false yucca looks ratty right now, but it'll grow new leaves and then hopefully flower again. Lately it's been every other summer, so we'll see if it blooms. These are a new addition. I pulled out a big grass here, ornamental grass, to put these three plants in. These are red hot pokers. The flower sticks usually have bright red flowers on them. This is a variety called mango though, so that tells you what color it is, orangish yellowish. The lavender is leafing out now, so that'll be really nice when it grows. Oh, I think these lily plants look weird and cool as they pop up. They look nice against that blue star juniper, don't they? And then look at that. It's the red bud. It's kind of like a hand, doesn't it? Like that, right? I don't have as many flowers as everybody. I don't know what happened, but a couple weeks ago I lost half of the flower buds. They were all over the sidewalk, but I'll take what I can get. They're pretty. There's the flower buds littering the sidewalk here. The pansies looking really nice, colorful, exploding. And then this last thing I'll show, if I had smell-o-vision, I'd turn it on right here because this smells like honey. It's a Fothergilla. I've never heard it pronounced before. It has these wonderful flowers and then kind of bluish leaves during the summer and then red leaves in the fall. One of my favorites actually, and one of the first things I planted. So there we go, the garden in April.